Welcome to the SWAT team tutorial on editing and snipping your Audacity tracks. Now, before we even get recording, what I usually tell my students is, if you make a mistake, don't worry about it. We can edit it later, but get in the habit of leaving a pause after you make a mistake. So let's see what I mean. So if I'm recording now and I make a mistake all of a sudden, just stop talking. Then you can see right now, look at this dead space here. So if I play it, you can see that I have dead space in here, and I know that this might be one of my mistakes. The nice thing about the oscilloscope too is it kind of shows you where I make mistakes. So what I'm going to do is, with my left mouse button, I'm going to click and I'm going to drag it just like a Word document and highlight the spot I want to delete. So this is where I made my mistake, and that's the dead space. So the best way to do it is just go on your keyboard and hit delete, and that dead space is gone. Or if you wanted to, you can also go to the edit button and they have a cut and a delete feature right there. Then when I play it, the mistake is gone and that track is done. Now let's see how this feature works with adding multiple tracks at the same time. So when I start talking this time, I'm going to leave a couple mistakes on purpose and leave a couple gaps here and there. Then when I record a multiple track and continue talking again and make some mistakes, what you'll see then is we've got some differences here where things start. And if I played this and leave a couple gaps here and there, continue talking again and make some mistakes. Now, I want to clean this up a lot. So the first thing I'm going to do is go from where my pauses are. I'm going to highlight and drag and hit the delete button, and highlight there and delete that. Now what you're seeing here is the fact that look how far away this track is. That's a big long gap there. So I'm going to show you the time shift tool. This button right here, if you click on that, if you click the left mouse button and hold it, you're able to move this anywhere you want. You can even add it to the first track up there if you wanted to. I'm going to leave it down here just to show you. So now I've lined these up nicely. I'm going to click my select tool again. When I click and play now, now it sounds like one continuous track. If I wanted to really see where the oscilloscope is speaking, I can go to my zoom tool and zoom up, and that's just going to spread the oscilloscope out a little bit if you really want to get technical details. So I might highlight and delete that little spot right there, and it automatically backed up for me. And then I'll play it again. And I can line things up the way I want. It just makes things a little bit easier when you need to line multiple tracks up at the same time. Once you have your tracks all laid out and aligned how you want them to, one thing you can do, which gets into a little bit more of the editing tools, is you can change the effects of how things sound. This really gets into some
boosting the bass,
and
changing
how
the
you
speed,
want
changing the
your special
tempo.
effects to change. So there's things like fading in and out, which are really nice when you do podcasts. So for this, you would click on your select tool, and I'm going to play it just so you can hear what it sounds like first. Leave a couple gaps here and there. And the one you can tell the most is if I highlight and select it, and then go to Effect. If I go to the change speed or tempo, let's change the speed. And I'm going to just make it a little bit faster, and you'll watch my oscilloscope. It's going to change a little bit when I hit OK. And you can see it compress a little bit. So now when I play it, so you can see I get kind of Alvin and the Chipmunks or those little lawyer headings after commercials. So this is really just how your students or yourself want to change. But notice because it compressed, now I'm going to have to realign. So I can grab my time shift tool, move it back so it lines up again, and then just to double check, we'll hear the Alvin and the Chipmunks voice. So it's really what kind of effect you and your students want to make. That concludes all the editing for your audio tracks, but the next tutorial is going to cover importing music and sound effects to really make your Audacity project stand out.